Well, good afternoon and welcome. It is Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, the 1st of May 2017, and we are in Scotland in the Galloway Hills, and we've arrived at a viaduct, big 1st-4th Fleet Viaduct in the Cairnsmore Fleet Nature Reserve. So, very nice old structure this. And as we pan round, it really is in the back of beyond it. We've got a little visitor centre over here and somebody's cottage here. We're going to walk up the forest track to Loch Grannoch and find somewhere to camp out. We've got my bag's ridiculously full. John's also ready. Just chuckling away to it. So he won't be chuckling when he realises his bag's ridiculously heavy like mine. In a bit. No. But it's a cracking day. Shorts on as well, it's great. So dogs are all ready to go. So let's crack on. Well, we're at the start of the forest track now. This goes all the way to Glentrool, which is a fair take, 25 mile. We're not going to walk that far. Be crackers. Penny don't go across there. So this is the start of the walk now. A good one along this track. Lots of trees. We'll see how many midges there is. That's the interesting thing. Well, it isn't interesting, but we've got our midge nets. We've been en route to Mountain Warehouse, bought a couple of midge nets, prepping, and we're sorted. And as we look back now, that's what the view is. We just parked just behind the viaduct, so it's cracking. We've got someone camping over there. Tents are already up, quite a nice spot really. So anyhow, let's crack on with this expedition. Well, I think we've done a couple of miles now. I'm still feeling a bit fatigued from my bike sportive yesterday, to be honest. But fortunately I've packed my big rucksack, but it isn't the best tension. Just keeps coming loose constantly. And John's constantly having to adjust it for us, so so it's quite awkward to cart this. I should have chosen my other one, 65 litre one, but I've gone quantity over quality, so it's my own bloody fault. Let's crack on. Well, we've got Loch Grannoch in sight now. We've had a bit of a slog up this hill. What a slog. And my backpack is failing. I'm not saying much because I'm absolutely buggered. Well, let's make our way down to Loch Grannoch. Well, quite spectacular. Beautiful. Lovely. There's the beach. Now, look. Very nice. So we're just having a much about. I think the lodge is over here. Well, this was the old Grannoch Lodge. Derelict. Make a nice bothy. Put it that way. I'd say folk have been camping. There's fires there. Looks recent, and I'd say this bit's being used for camping on as well. You've got the stream there, you've got some tent pegs, tent poles, sorry. So yeah, make a nice bothy, definitely. It's out the wind as well, so you can easily see why people are deciding to pitch up here. But be nice on the beach. I think we'll try and camp on the beach as it does look nice, and hope the wind stays away. So I've decided I hate this rucksack. I bought it 3 years ago off the internet, and it's just, well, there's no padding on it. Blimey, there's absolutely no padding. Anyway, time to get sorted out. It's 10 to 7, so, and I'm starving. So let's crack on. Well, here we are on the beach. I've kind of got my tent pitched. We've got a his, or you'd probably call me her. He's the his and I'm the her. Yes, I upgraded the Banshee last week. Couldn't resist. The lure was too much to ask, so one bought it. I'll figure it all out, all the tension bands on it and stuff. Seen enough YouTube videos, so. Anyhow, this is this evening's view, which isn't bad really. Hopefully the wind's going to calm right down and it'll be a nice calm evening. So we're just having a cuppa now. I will figure the tension bands out on those. The dogs will be wanting to go. So what's your thoughts so far on this expedition?
Just go play with your jetpack.
Any chance of a new bag? My shoulders are butching.
Grand view.
Want to look knackered?
Look at that.
It is a good view.
Looking at your tent, look at the view. Obviously,
that's what we come here for, to admire the view.
That's got a lot of effort into mine of you. Cup of coffee was more important.
Yes, quite. Monty's fallen asleep. Penny, they're both probably famished. The food, so I've just like chucked everything. Look at this random beer lying around on this beach. Anyway, time for a cup. Well, it's tea time. We've got what we got. We got some potatoes and the beef casserole. These are from Lidl, also sold in Aldi. Dogs have had some dinner. I'm in a bit of a pap really, because I keep just making simple basic errors. State of confusion. I don't know. I need to get a grip really. So I think I brought too much food, like for a week.
You look back.
Very pleasant outside. John's got his tent up. He did it all. He did it all well. He made an arse of it. He's not saying out. I'm famished now like a Raj. No, get it into you, man. I could eat the scabios. Well, tea's over and done with. Just having a much around the beach. A bit of a breeze getting up. Tents are up now. So, made a mess there, but obviously we'll clean up because they're not dirty buggers. I think John's going to attempt his fire lighting skills very shortly. Monty's sniffing round the leftovers in the mess tins, all nicely cleaned out with dog lick. Oh, and he's found the spoon as well. And that's where we've come from, top there. Looks like a good night. The sun's gone down now, well after 8 o'clock. Cracking evening. Well, the local arsonist has got the fire started. Masterfully done. He's come prepared with some extra bits and bobs in his backpack, and he's had success immediately, and things are looking good. Much better than we did at Enidale. Oh, doesn't get out much. Watches YouTube all night, little tips the videos. Hey, don't knock it. It's a little bit of a wind, which is not helping, but you know.
And thanks to the person who left us the log.
Oh yes, aye. Very nice, all that was made up.
Yeah.
Spot on.
So you thought, we'll leave some for somebody.
As usual, my tent's a messy affair out of it. What's new? I wonder who's the queen.
Fanny, Tim.
Well, it's time to crack open a beer, so cheers everybody. I'm on the Bombardier cans again, but don't tell anybody because I'm not a can drinker.
What more better setting do you want than this? We're not going to tell you where it's at because everybody in the dog will know.
It's too late, I've already said where we are.
Oh well, you cut that bit out.
Never cut everything out. Unedited video. Dead calm, huh?
Yeah.
Just that loud breeze. Dog sitting quiet. It's shivering yet, so I don't need the coat on. Not much crap down Tom. Well, 25 to 10. It's getting quite dark now. Well, actually, it's not that bad, but it will be on the camera. There's a look out on the loch. Might be breezy now. Fire's dimmed down. I'm putting this in on it for a bit. Monty's in basket there, all snug. Basket, should I say basket? No, he sabotaged my sleeping bag once more. Watching you. It's been a fine day. Very nice. Well, that's the end of the night. What time is it? About 10:30?
Yeah.
So we're going to turn in now, I think. Good day.
Yes, spot on.
Fire's still going over there, you can see it. Distance. Oh, it's just gone up for a pee. All about. So hopefully we'll get a good night's sleep. There's a bit of cloud cover, so it's not too bad. John just sorting his cell out. I'll say you morning, mother. Or at night. She's getting up for a pee. Come on, you two, in you get. Come on. Good girl and boy. Well, we've not long got up. We've already had a cuppa on our second cuppa now. We're a decent night's kip. It's a beautiful morning. Wind keeps coming and going, but it's currently calm. And that's Loch Grannoch. So, what did you reckon of your kip, Mother?
Alright, pal. Spot on. Cold, but not that
It hasn't been freezing overnight. You can hear all the noises from the woods now. They're chopping trees down. They're out early doors.
Cuckoos, isn't it?
You can hear the cuckoos. I hear Joe snoring as well. I think I prefer the cuckoos, to be fair. So we'll choose our next destination once we've had some scran and a cuppa and see what we're doing.
Because we don't know what we're doing. We never do.
You don't know what you're doing.
Could have allowed swimming there, Keith.
I ain't swimming in that.
It's a lovely colour. It's like your bath once you get out of it.
You cheeky get.
Not that I know what your bath's like once you get out of it.
I hope I didn't get the camera that far, like. Well, we've now packed up. Rucksack's full again. Mine feels fuller than it did yesterday. I've got loose things randomly on the outside. Looks so scruffy. Just ridiculous. Monty's not feeling the best, really. He's spewed up. Eating stupid things. I won't even go into detail what he's eaten. But it was just wrong. In every shape and form. Penny? He's ready? He's looking a bit sheepish this morning, Monty is. But anyhow, it's a cracking morning. So we're going to try and go to Loch Fleet, which is a detour. We could detour up out of the forest, but not with these rucksacks. So that we're going to go back where we came and then cut off one of the other tracks. So it's a fair walk. But we've got all day, I suppose, so it's not too bad. It's quite warm, and I'm looking ridiculously stupid in my bandana and glasses. If you want to turn the camera on, I mean, look at that stereo, mate. What do I look like?
Clown? Look, a clown?
What do you mean a clown? Oh, I just paint my face and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nice, you could sunbathe here,
You look a,
I don't want to sunbathe.
You look a bit of a tit, actually.
What do you mean, a bit of a tit?
There you go.
Anyhow, let's crack on. Well, we'd stopped for about 25 minutes there due to a bag malfunction. Serious, but the Great British Sewing Bee has come to the rescue. I did have a sewing kit, so John has massively repaired the back of my bag. Do you want to turn it round and point out where you've done? It's marvellous work down here. Whether it'll last, I don't know.
Them years in the Navy were wasted, Marky, yeah?
Yeah.
40 years ago, but there you go. Right. I sailor, I learned how to do this. So.
Whether or not that'll last too long, I don't know. Let's hope it does. But anyway, while we're doing that, I done some crap stitching and John some good stitching. There was a deer just up there, and I got a couple of good pictures of a deer before it scarpered. So anyway, we're going to see how far we can get. We might have to have a plan B yet, if this bag's knackered. Well, we've been sitting at this junction for 10-15 minutes, cracking to a nice gentleman. Second person we've seen all day. After, first person today anyhow. But that's the way to Loch Fleet, so I think we're going to do it. There was some debate because of this rucksack, but it seems to be alright at the minute. The gentleman said it's another 3 miles away. We was worried it was a bit more, but it's open to debate, but we're going to take the risk. It's me that's hoying it, and then maybe I can do a bit of more needlework when we get there. Or you can.
Funny me.
The sewing bee.
Funny the sewing bee.
John Warwick, the sewing bee. Who would have thought? A new career in sewing lies ahead. Well,
alterations cheap. The rucksack's
I'm hoping your rucksack holds out, I do. So, no. Right, I suppose we'll best make tracks. Well, we've came up this steep road. It's quite a climb. We're up quite high now. I'm absolutely creep-crackered. It's just wilderness all round. John's up there, still a little bit of climbing there to do. The Loch Fleet isn't too far away now, I don't think, over those tree line. Look at the view, it's spectacular. Trees, rolling hills for miles upon miles. Oh, somewhere down there is somebody with a caravan on the track somewhere. In fact, there's 2 caravans. Oh, there's something down there which you can get on with roads. So, anyway, let's crack onto this loch. Well, we've finally arrived at Loch Fleet. It's been a hell of a trek, but we got there in the end. I'm not sure if there's many places to camp around here. It's not going to be too easy. It's flat bit here. Monty's knackered. So okay, well, there's the path there that we're coming through the batch of trees. It's real toughy. A lot of height climb here, unexpectedly. But it's very pleasant. Well, John's been for the nose about. And there's nothing, it's quite boggy. He says he doesn't like it. It's a bit naff. So we may go back down to the Viaduct and camp by there tonight instead. I don't know. I think it's boggy all the way around. This is the only place to attempt to and be rock hard on this ground. I don't know. Well, we ended up coming down from Loch Fleet in the end. We chose to because there's not really any good camping places, so 2 miles down the road back down from where we come now, so we'll see where we end up. John's bags had a malfunction as well, but he's managed to tie it. There's been no sewing job, but he's managed to tie one of the straps, one of the plastic bits on the straps broke, which is a pain in the ass, but he's still managing alright. Anyway, let's crack on. Well, what an ordeal that was. Instead of coming back the conventional way, we tried to take a silly shortcut round the woods, and we had to cross a river, and it involved Penny falling in or jumping in into a deep bit. I had to go and rescue her. It was over there, and the bank was falling down, so I got absolutely soaking. Penny was under the water, but she managed to get to the side and put her head above water. Thank God she's alright. And John's had to pull me out, and now the rucksack's almost knackered, completely buggered, so but anyway, we're going to camp here, sod it. A few midges about, but we're going to camp. Well, we've had some tea, got sorted out, had a fight with a few midges, spares on. Monty's still under the weather, he hasn't eaten all day after being sick. I've been sick a few times, but he's managed this today. We've done 12 miles in all today, just long day walking, quite tired. Quite a picturesque setting to say the least. We were going to camp here, but we've moved up into the field with the tents, and the sun has just gone behind the hill. Nice night, huh?
Yeah, lovely.
Penny shot. No worry. You look very chavvy like there with the hat and the coat. Proper old fella, chav.
Look at them.
And poor Monty. Bless him, he's shivering. I think he needs to go and lie down in the tent. The cover on him. So, he's eating something more unsavoury and he's spewed up, so. Well, about half an hour ago I spewed up last, so not good. So we've had some tea here. No actually putting the tent, it's quite flat there now, so, and a bit of wind, hopefully it'll shift these midges. See, it was fine. So I'll just come over to where earlier where we had the issue of Penny in the water. It was on the bank over here, and she stumbled in from the side, so I just immediately reacted and tried to get her, and a part of the bank, I can't remember which bit it was over here anyhow, it kind of like went under my feet and I was sinking, but I managed to get Penny, who had actually swam into the bank and put her head above the water, thankfully. So you know, it was quite scary to say the least. in a bit of a panic really, but she's alright. That little scare and she's fine now. But we got across here in the end. We moved across and we just waded through. Well, there's no point taking shoes and socks off because I was soaked up to me thighs, so it made no difference. But we come across here and got in much easier. So it's quite late now. It's well after 9 o'clock. Still light. Spectacular view of the viaduct. Another car over there in the distance. Someone must be out camping as well. Then look where we've pitched. We're just sick of all these midges. We had no midges at all until we've come here. It's been an eventful day. We've done around 12 miles walking, so it's been quite a challenge to say the least. Legs don't feel too bad, but the rucksacks have took some hammer, and you know, one thing we've learned from this trip, I think, I know I've had a rucksack for a while, cheap rucksacks, and I used it. I went for quantity over quality, but you know, I should have went and took the other one. In hindsight, this wasn't really built to last, and I think that's the last I'll see of it after this trip. But, make my way over to John. You alright, John? Aye. Had a couple of beverages. One which I left over in the car from a few weeks ago. Or last week. Or was it? Oh, a few weeks ago.
It's cold now,
I've gone chilly, coats is on.
It's cold,
Dogs are in.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers on.
Right, I've got 3 on. I've still got my shorts on now.
Put my shorts off.
Aye.
Doesn't need to shoot me, like.
Well, we're drying our shoes out on the top of the car. And socks, for that matter.
Yeah, dogs are out.
Penny's come out. Penny, come on lass. Here she comes. She's all dried out and white again.
Had a good bath.
Aye. Free bath, here she comes. Pretty girl, look at this. Oh, hello Pen.
Oh, Dick's in Scotland. Yeah?
Burn.
Burn.
Aye. Right.
Oh, you got any teeth wise?
Don't know. See when I come to
What
it.
have you said down there?
I've just been ranting on. Well, dog's safely in bed. Monty's still under the weather, bless him. But, he's just drank a load of water, which is a good sign. John is in, I think. Is he in? Yes, there he is. He's locked up for the night. Pen to Ted. Are you in, Mara?
Yeah.
Right then.
Night.
I'll see you in the morning, Mara, then. Oh well, that's it. Good morning. Well, here we are, following morning. It's Wednesday, the 3rd of May. We've just had a nice breakfast consisting of bacon and these Polish hot dog type things, but they were very nice. Just chucked them in the mess tin, and Penny is just licking the bottom of the mess tin now, helping us before it gets soaked. So we're going to have a walk, I think, on top of the viaduct this morning, once we get the tents down and stuff, so, and then decide what we're doing. But, it's another bonny day.
It's a cold night.
Yeah, it did get nippy, didn't it? Didn't half get nippy, but it's warmed up nice. Woodpecker.
Is it owl?
Aye.
Cuckoo?
We weren't sure if anyone was going to come in the night, but we heard a car shortly after we went into bed last night, but and a flashlight, but nobody came. They're obviously flashing the lights over here in this direction. But, Our shoes are still drying out after yesterday's escapades. Monty's feeling much better. He's had a bite to eat. There he is by the side of the beck. Monty, no, come here lad. Don't go down there, son. Well, we've just come from where we've camped. We're now on the Viaduct. Big Water Fleet Viaduct. I just read the information. So, I stopped using this in 1965. And it's featured on films, I believe. I can't remember the 39 steps very much, but it's been on that. It's quite windy on here. Shame lines like this don't get used anymore. Gorgeous view from the top, like. So, I did spot the camp mine. So I was up the top by them hills yesterday. Tough going. Well, after much riding around, we're at Loch Doon now, right at the top end of it. We found a site. We didn't want to go where the wind was quite strong, so we changed and came to the end of the loch up this side where the cafe is, which is over there by the end of the dam. So we found this nice little spot here. Oh, it's next to the road, but we got tired legs from yesterday really, so we didn't want to do a great deal of walking, so we decided to pitch up here. Luckily there's a tree and a couple of little
rucksack issues made it difficult to go anywhere.
So. Oh yeah, don't forget about that. Yeah, the rucksack, John. Yes, you're right, Mother. The two rucksacks weren't really up to scratch, so not really good. So we're going to have a bit of tea now and then see how the evening pans out. But it's nice and sunny. It's been a good day.
Lesson learned with the rucksack.
Aye, don't buy any more cheapos, eh? Well, naturally I was the cook bitch, and now Johnny's the cleaning fairy. So nothing new there. Same happens at work. I cook, he cleans up.
Yeah.
I didn't make a mess. To be fair, it was a one pot special. Just frying steak. Look, it hasn't even burnt the bottom. Can't complain.
Can't complain, lad.
No. Well, it's a fine evening, just a little bit of a breeze which is spoiling things, and your seating mat is blown away. Oh. Lovely, cracking our spot.
Well, now it's Loch Doon. Loch Doon. And there's the loch. And there's the clown.
Well, naturally, again, being in Scotland, you've got to have this dodgy red tip up. There's no dodgy about it actually, it's spot on, the Q and the export, so you need to drink it more often. So, fire's on.
Place for your mark.
Oh aye, fire's on. Bins these, it's spot on. A couple of jars this evening.
Get the midges down.
Before we come home. So it's been an excellent trip, to say the least. I said the only downside was the two rucksacks, which are really, well,
yours
they
is.
weren't. Mine wasn't up to it.
Mine's a minor.
Yeah, but still it broke. But
Ooh,
very funny.
Well, fixed it.
No, we got to Loch Fleet yesterday, and there wasn't really anywhere to camp, which was a bit of a disappointment. So we kind of walked double yesterday, and I think we're feeling a bit today, even getting out for little short walks. We went to Glentrool and you know, a little walk around there.
Went round the viaduct?
Yeah, we're on the viaduct too, yeah. So we've done a little bit of walking without the backpacks, hop in and out the spots. So it was alright, thoroughly enjoyed it. So it's been a cracking day. And then we've gone through, John's lived through a forest track with the most dodgiest of roads imaginable. So we was going about 5 miles an hour for about 12-15 miles. It was just really weird. So, but it was worth it because there was some absolutely great views. There was a campsite, a wild camping site by the road, but unfortunately
full of rubbish.
Yeah, it had been party city, and it looked nice from the initial view, but sadly you looked over the bank and it was just full of crap and it was dreadful, so it kind of put us off staying there. So we decided to come right up the loch now, and this was the end of the loch where the dam is, and it's
nice.
Nice, yeah.
Yep, young lads have gone fishing over there, which is quite nice to see young lads out and about, isn't it?
Aye. Too bad.
So, good night from him.
I'm not saying good night yet. So that's it for now.
That's it for now.
Well, it's well after 9 o'clock. Beautiful evening. This is the shot from behind the tent. Got a good view, really. Of Loch Doon. And we've we came here. This fire pit had this massive log, but John used it as a seat for the last 2 hours. But we've used all the wood up, and we've just chucked the log on. I mean, look at the size of that. Come on, ridiculous. That's just that's the biggest log you.
Yeah, I love that log.
Oh, you're having a part with it because you've been sitting on it all night. Bless you.
Look, it's got the shape of my bum.
Oh dear me, get a grip. Oh dear me. But anyway, that'll probably burn all night. I don't know where the last person got it from, but
the bumped it because it was big.
There's no particularly big trees here. Close by, to be fair. You know, it's from the forest, and that's quite a trek. So, yeah, blimey. So the evening's drawing in. It's a bit of cloud cover. Dogs are quietly sitting in the tent, chilling out. On my sleeping bag. I'm on my last of the 4th McEwen's Export.
I know you haven't had a drink, have you?
And John's just, I don't know, looks like piss in a bottle, but it's disguising itself as cider.
That's
anyhow.
Must be low.
Well, it's now Thursday morning. We've had a decent night's kip. Been up a couple of times. Just nail out the tent for a slash. It's typical bloke. I think the good thing about this having 2 sides, so you can just like nail. And we had these little. It's made a difference, real difference, having these right across for the warmth. Definitely. John's done the same as well. So he's not pulled it out as far that side. But made a big difference. We're getting our breakfast. We've got that bean thing on again, and I've got a Tex-Mex soup in there, which seems odd to try for breakfast. So, and we've got some smoky sausage. So we need to feed our faces before we crack on. But as you can see, it's lovely conditions. Again, a little bit breezy again. The wind's got up a tad, but no, it's not going to spoil anything. But we're just going to pack up and get sorted once we've had a bite to eat. Dogs have had a bite to eat as well already. And he's got a coat off. Monty's had a good sleep. He's never moved all night next to me. Penny slept behind me, snuggled up. So, but 3 nights in these banshee tents are they've done all right. The more you use them, the quicker they are to set, really quick to set up. So, you know, I know many folks got them, and so I'm glad I purchased one in the end. Like 2 or 3 weeks after John had got his. Couldn't resist. The lure was too much. So anyway, we'll have breakfast. Well, that's breakfast off and done with. The fire has been burning all night on that log. We're just trying to smoulder it down now. It's just kept going. Great log. Lucky. We had that last night. Yeah, what a view. We picked a nice spot. Pitch up like proper nice. Dogs are quite happy. They've had a good feed this morning. So I've tried that Tex-Mex soup and it was delicious. So yeah, this is a good little spot. There's just a gate there. We've noticed there was last night. There seems to be 2 or 3 lads that have backpack got dropped off by parents and headed over to the side of the lake there, the loch, sorry, and they pitched up there, and they had a good fire going because we could see it in the dark. So So they've walked up over there and then round. Just over this ridge there's another bit to camp as well, there's a fire pit as well, so a nice little shelter there because a little bit of hills here and the wind's blowing this way again this morning, so very nice. Right, that's it now, we're all packed up, ready to move on back to West Cumbria. We had a good 3 days out, we had a few dramas along the way and we've had some good crack, seen some good views. It's been excellent trip, hasn't it, John? So
It's been spot on.
Absolutely spot on, hasn't it? So, you got any words to say apart from spot on?
Enjoyed it. Good break. Good break.
Like it looked like somebody off Madness.
Yeah.
Last night there was a bit of Steed off the Avengers. Steed, Jack Sparrow. No, you could be like Tommy Cooper, man of many hats. So as we look over the loch for the final time. Dogs are ready and nice clean campsite, left nothing, can't say I've left no trace because there's a trace of something.
4 5 feet.
Yes,
Tidied it up.
unnecessary.
We've tidied them both all up.
So
Took everybody's rubbish away.
anyway,
Ta-ra.
and that's goodbye from me.
Ta-ra from me.
And ta-ra. John looks in the camera shy this morning, he won't look at the camera.
Ta-ra.
Zooming in. Well, from Loch Doon, that's goodbye from